At the current time of recording, my plan was to make $1 million with my 1.1 million HBAR position. And I want to break that down where I'm going forward. And if you are still a HBAR believer, this video is going to be for you. If you're not a HBAR believer, you might as well go and watch another Casper video, etc. But I still think the $1 million HBAR trade, for me at least, is still possible. But I want to break it down in a simpler way because I know a lot of people are going to be holding on for this $1 million trade in their own positions and they're going to get absolutely wrecked. So I had this plan to turn, I've got give or take 1.1 million, and that's HBAR coins, not dollar value. Understand this. My plan, or my original plan, and I'll break that down at the end of the video, was to cash out with $1 million USD. This is a $1.1 million HBAR position. HBAR right now, I think, if we just check, is 11 cents. So I don't own $1 million worth of HBAR. I own 1.1 million HBAR coins. That makes sense. A lot of people just get this massively confused, right? And I still think it's possible, but I don't want to get wrecked on this trade. In the last bull run, or I guess you could say bear market, I did a $40,000 HBAR position, and that got me give or take about 287,000 coins at the time. But that was at 14 cents. Now, I am in profit now with my average DCAs. I was buying 4 cents, 5 cents. I bought another 50,000 HBAR the other day at about the 9 or 10 cents whenever that was recorded. But I'm still down somewhat in that original position and the position before. So I want to make that clear. I'm not a YouTuber that's going to say I'm massively in profits, etc. I'm living this cool lifestyle. I have the Porsche, I have the AP on the wrist. That is not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just trying to give you a realistic scenario on what you can do with a HBAR trade with taking profits. I'll break down my profit taking strategy, and I've already broke it down many times before, but I don't want anybody to get wrecked on this trade like I did in the last bull run, because I still believe the technology, the scalability, etc. is great for 2025, and my goal is to scale this out by 2025. I'm not here for short term. Somebody in our private community the other day was getting a little bit bumhurt about the market recently because they're trying to make money tomorrow. We are here for 2025. If you're doing short term pre-sale trades, that's great, but bank coins you initially hold for 2025, you're not going to be sorry. You've got the day job, you're grinding hard. Be here for 2025, and you really don't have to do anything much, because I promise you, I really promise you, most of these coins that you hold will still do well by 2025, unless you're in some sketchy plays, which are fun to do. But just understand, the lower the market caps, the more chance that they have of pretty much going to zero. So I'm here for the cash. I'm not here for the technology. I'm not here for the ecosystem. I'm not here for the main man. I'm not here for any of that stuff. I am here for the cash to live my lifestyle. I would strongly consider you play the same game with each and every one of your altcoins. Just like Illumium, just like Render, the technology is fantastic. Bitcoin, fantastic. Ethereum and Solana, terrible technology if we're being honest, but I'm here for the money. So the reason I'm making this video is to maybe save 1 to 10 to maybe 15 of you guys watching this current time, because I was speaking to a friend of mine last night and we were just chatting shit about cryptocurrency. We like to do this every now and again, and this was the same friend that got wrecked in 2021 with me. We were all in this group chat in the last bull run. We held coins like HBAR, XRP, XLM, Gala, etc. And we had this diamond hand mentality, which is good. This is fantastic in a bear market where we were at 2022, 2023, and even 2024. This is a great mentality. But if you've got this diamond hand mentality for the bull run, this will get you wrecked, because he wants to hold his positions for the long term. Now, I don't know what long term means for you, but he is really looking for a 2035. And I was really, can't give this guy financial advice. I want him to do well, but why on earth would you hold these coins for 2035? There will be another bull run and a bear market in between. So you're going to realize all this cash and you're going to ride it all the way down. It's never made sense for me. Hold long-term Bitcoin, long-term Ethereum. What if HBAR isn't here by 2035? I think it will, but why would you not cash in? You know the bear market's going to come, and then buy back in the bottoms. It doesn't make sense why you would hold this for 2035, unless you're like already rich as F and you're just locking it in a hardware wallet. But if you're in your 20s, this guy's in his 30s, maybe you're a little bit younger than me, a little bit older than me, it doesn't really matter. If you're trying to make money to live this lifestyle, take the money out. You can't do anything with your HBAR coins. You can buy stuff with your Bitcoin, Ethereum. You can even buy cars out here in Thailand with your Bitcoin, but why would you hold coins all the way down? So he was here for 2035, and he told me he wants to sell HBAR or start selling HBAR at $10. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go again. And I just tried to remind him of what we did in the last bull run, and then XRP $150 because he said the banks are going to use this, if they do or not. But it doesn't matter to me. It's not going to hit this in the next bull market. XLM was another one. He's like, yeah, $5, just trust me, bro. I'm like, bro, wake the F up. We're here to realize cash. And in Gala Games, $3, he said this will be the biggest gaming token known to man. And this might all be true. These price predictions might eventually happen, but I promise you, and I promised him, that it's so unlikely that it's going to happen by 2025. These coins will crash. They will go to shit. 90, 80, 70% down. Really depends what Bitcoin's going to do. And you can ride these coins again. I don't think these coins are going anywhere. Gala Games, maybe a little bit sketchy. It just depends how they can pull through. But this is foolish. And the problem is, he needs to get rich. But he will hodl this all the way down. And if I can't convince him, and hopefully I can convince some of you guys by 2025, please take your goddamn profits. Because I'll give you some context, and this might relate to some of you guys. He's give or take about 10 years older than me, or 8 years older than me, whatever. He's 36. He lives in a coastal estate with Glasgow with a girlfriend. He works in 9 to 5, so he's grinding and he's trying to DCA. And he wants to change his life and come out, and these are great goals. These are all goals that, I had for myself when I was doing ecom. These might be your goals right now, but he has the power to do this already in his position. He's got a decent amount of cash already in the market, but if he's holding for these prices, it's not going to be good, in my opinion. So this might be a percentage of you guys right now, and if I can just convince a small percentage of you guys, obviously non-financial advice as the gurus like to say, you're not going to be realizing these gains in this bull run. And especially if this is your first bull run, what you will end up doing, and I'll just give you a perfect example just on HBAR. We were buying all this and we were buying the tops and we were thinking, yep, HBAR is going to $2 to $4, right? Bitcoin crashed. We didn't understand bear and bull cycles. And if you believe in the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin and then rolling over to Ethereum and your small caps, you're not going to be much longer than 2025. September, October is when this bull market should finish. It might be longer, it might be a little bit later. But regardless of that, if you're holding these coins to 2035, you're going to have at least one more bear market to be able to buy lower in these coins. It's very, very foolish, especially if you want to be rich and live this lifestyle, because if he's holding these coins to 2035, that is another 10 years, so he's going to be 46, and he's still going to be in the same situation. He's still going to be working 9 to 5. He's probably going to get paid way less because of inflation, etc. It might look like he's getting paid more because like he got a 10% increase, but shit's getting so expensive out here, right? So there's no point trying to get rich in the next decade when you can do well in this bull run, no matter how much money you have, and then ride it all over again. So here's what I'll try to break down to him, and maybe this will resonate with you guys. The total cryptocurrency market is 2.3 trillion, right? And these numbers are very, very important to understand, and then you can really do the maths on how these numbers are not going to make sense by this bull run. Because what I found here on the internet, and I believe in this, is the total market cap is expected to hit 8 trillion by 2025. I think the absolute peak will be 15 trillion, absolute max. That's if Bitcoin has another blow off top, maybe a double top. Ethereum will get huge as well. Trillions of dollars. Bitcoin back in the 2 trillion, 3 trillion absolute maximum. But again, just look at the cycles, brother. This is from 2015. Obviously, there's a smaller one before that kind of just went like this, etc. So look at what's happening. Isn't it obvious that where we are right now, October 2025, we're give or take here, sideways action, we'll ride it all the way up, and this gives you about an 8 to a $15 trillion market cap. You're not going to see 27 to 52 trillion market cap in this cycle. It's so unlikely. Something massive would have to happen, but I just can't see it. And again, if you're holding these coins for these crazy price predictions, you will be like me in the last bull run, because here's some context. Give or take the price of HBAR with the market cap of Ethereum right now, it's a little bit higher than what he said, but it's a 92x. HBAR's already well and truly done that since launch. I'm not saying a $10 HBAR can't happen eventually, especially by 2035, but it's not going to even come close to this. XRP, for example, the market cap of Bitcoin, that'll give you a 22 price target. Now his is way higher at 150, but again, a 43x. Just look at the market caps right now of Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin's 1.2, Ethereum's 360 odd billion. The current market cap, if Bitcoin will probably go to 2.5 to 3 trillion. Ethereum probably 1.5 absolute max, give or take a 5x. This at absolute peaks is 4.5 trillion. If we think the market caps of these guys are way smarter than us, they think 8. So do you think all these 2.2 million other cryptocurrency coins, or how many there is in the market, there's just not enough market cap for you to equal these crazy price predictions? So that's what I wanted to break it down. And again, I'm not against HBAR. I am in the game with you. And it's definitely one to watch. There's a lot of skeptics recently. People are swapping to Caspa. People are swapping to gaming and AI. That's fine. If you lost conviction, you do that. Maybe it's time to do some more research, because HBAR, they kept building during the bear. Again, I'm not opposed to this, but I'm here for the dollar value. They've onboarded more enterprise use cases. You can see here, the amount of council members. You can see the scalability. It is fantastic. It is cheap. It is one of the fastest scalable networks in the game. But that doesn't mean that HBAR is going to $5, $10 with these stupid market cap predictions. I promise you, it is not going to happen. Again, you can just look. This was another good use case. Header and Bitcoin just made history with hours of each other, hitting 2 incredible milestones. Bitcoin increases 1 billion transactions. That's fantastic. HBAR rockets past 50 billion transactions. This is a huge achievement. Look at this HBAR graph. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to hit a $5 token. That's not what this is saying at all. It's just showing you the use cases, but there has to be an inflow of money, and especially a reasonable amount of money for HBAR to reach any of these positions. So I want to break it down, and I just want to just be real with you guys that it is not physically unrealistic for you to hold to these positions. So again, if you have these crazy price targets, like my mate here, just be realistic, brother. Be realistic, because there's so many people, especially with this coin right here, XRP, has to go past $100 because the banks are going to use this. But no, bro, even if this is true, you're not going to get $150 fucking token in this bull run. And I understand why you need that, because you have to get rich, right? But you can still do super well if you're grinding for the next year or so and still DCing in and still flipping altcoins and you're getting in pre-sales and you can play catch up. But selling for these, you'll lose it all. You'll lose every single amount of your positions, and it's going to be restart by 2029's next kind of run if we expect that. So just keep that in transparency. So the clicker behind this title, the $1 million trade with HBAR. And here's the transparency. I'm going to be offloading 250k HBAR. That is not dollar value, that's the coin. So 250k HBAR, I'm going to be offloading this to 0.39 cents. I think this is going to be a very strong level because it's less than what people will be waiting for in the last bull run. The last bull run, I think HBAR pretty much hit 49 cents, 50 cents, whatever. At this level, I think there's going to be a lot of selling pressure. So I just need to realize some cash, and that'll be a massive, I'll pretty much accumulate the amount I've put in HBAR plus some more profits. I'll take another 250k. Remember, that's HBAR, not dollar value, before its all-time high. I think you should be at least taking, give or take, half of your bag before the previous all-time highs in your coins. And again, if you bought late and you have a small amount of money, you're going to be very tempted to hold these coins way past than what they should be achievable. And it's not the way, brother. It's not the way. You just have to get more money, or you have to flip altcoins and meme coins, etc., to play catch up. So after this, I'm going to be massively in profit, and then I'm going to be scaling out 100k HBAR. Again, HBAR, not dollar value, as we push up. So here's the kicker, and I will potentially leave 100k HBAR to 200k HBAR as a moonbag. By this position, by this allocation, I've already up probably 500, 600k if you do the math. I'll probably still be buying HBAR. If we go from 10 to 15 cents, I'll probably still DCA, because I think this 0.3 that is going to be so easy to hit, and then 0.45 likely. But then as we push past that, it's going to start getting super unlikely, and things are just going to be flipping crazy, and we will have read other altcoins. But again, always have a little bit of moonbag. So again, if you just have 10k, 20k left, or 5k, 10k left on a HBAR position, that's still like give or take 5k dollar value to about 20k dollar value, even at the $1 mark. So I'll be shy of $1 million. I'm not going to hit probably the $1 million unless I can get huge amounts of more money back in. But I just think this will be very good trade for me, and it will not change my life because I'm already living good, but this will be a remarkable event, and I can kind of have a good HBAR experience, unlike the bad HBAR experience I've had so far, because I still remember clicking that buy button live on YouTube at 14 cents with $40,000. So again, I'm trying to just secure the bag. It's going to really depend if Bitcoin gets another blow off top, but the main message here is, brother, just look at the market caps, understand your positions. Even if you're not holding HBAR and other coins, what does that look like in terms of market cap with Bitcoin, Ethereum? How do you see the market's going to go? If you think $8 to $15 trillion market cap is somewhat reasonable, then just look at your allocations compared to your altcoins, compare that to other positions like I did with XRP and Ethereum, HBAR and Bitcoin, and that's all you can really do. I still think it's very easy for somebody to come in the market at current times of recording with $5,000 to $10,000 and flip that to 100k. And if you've never had 100k in your bank account, your life is going to change. You're going to walk with a different swagger. You're going to be so confident, even if you're going back to your job. And that might be enough for you to quit your job and start something on the side with cryptocurrency. What we do with DeFi, where we're getting a yield, etc. You can stake HBAR right now. The yields aren't crazy compared to SUI platforms, but you can still start accumulating for free. And once you build up a sizable amount of money, you can really change your life with this whole passive income space that we're going after. So just some transparency, that's my $1 million trade with HBAR. Probably are not going to hit $1 million in value, but I'm probably going to hit about 500 to 750k, even on just average returns, which for me is good enough. Now again, whatever you have in HBAR, just map out a strategy, and that's all you really need to do.